The pistol squat can be one of the most difficult movements in all of functional fitness to perform. It requires a lot of strength, balance, and coordination all coming together. In this video, we'll demonstrate how you can take these progressions to warm up for and perform some pistols. We've also got some alternatives for the pistol squat that you can do right here in the gym. We're going to start with these right here. You're going to practice getting up from one knee in a lunge position all the way up to the top, only using one leg. Okay, it's normal to be imbalanced and have more strength on one leg than you do on your left. Like me, for example, I've got more strength on my left leg planted than I do my right leg, so you'll see me struggle with that. But what you'll want to do is put your knee in a soft place, either a yoga mat or a ab mat, and just practice picking your toe up and coming off the ground. You can see right here that my toe does tap and come up there, so just practice doing that and using the strength with one leg for a couple of reps. Okay, what we're going to do after that is go ahead and hold what we call a pigeon stretch. This is to help you warm up the hips. Okay, if you've got tight hips like I tend to do, you can use this one. So what you're going to do is just lean forward into this stretch. Your front leg, whichever one you start with, is going to go out in front of you in an L position or a 4 position right there, and your back leg will be stretched out. You can walk your hands forward as far as it's comfortable. Okay, so dig in here for at least 1 minute on each side. You're going to want to do these stretches in between all of the warm-up exercises that we're going to do. Here is the pigeon stretch from the front, just to give you an idea of how your front leg should look. After that, we're going to do some box toe taps. Okay, so we do this facing the box. As you can see right here, I'm starting with my strong leg, the left leg right there, and I'm just dragging my foot along the tip of the box right there, and that's going to give me a little bit of support. I'm also warming up the hip at the hinge right there and bending the knee and warming that up right here. When you'll see when I switch legs, my right ankle tends to be a little bit more tighter than my left ankle, so you'll see me struggle with some balance, but having that foot dragging across there does give you a little bit more leverage on the box, and it takes some of that pressure off of the ankle or the knee or something that might be hindering your range of motion. Okay, following the box step downs, what you're going to want to do here is stretch that ankle out a little bit. So just find a spot on the wall or on the rig right there and put the toes of your feet up against the railing there. And all you're going to do is lean forward and stretch the ankle out there. You'll feel a nice stretch in your calf as well as the bottom of the ankle there. So this is a good stretch to do in between sets if you've got really tight calves or tight ankles. Okay, when we're done with that, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do lateral box step ups. Okay, it will help you if you have trouble holding your leg up and don't have the strength to hold that leg up. It'll help you warm up for that. Okay, I'm able to get full depth that I would get in a pistol, but I'm not having the floor interfere with my foot touching the ground. So you can start with a high box and then go to a low box as you get more warmed up. Okay, so right here, this is me on my strong leg. That's my left leg right there. Okay, so I would hit at least 10 reps on each side. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my right side. This is my weaker of the two legs right here. You know, and just go at your own pace. You can see I'm a lot slower on that one. But you can press the foot up against the box and drag it as well. That gives you a little bit more leverage. It's a great warm-up. Following that movement, we're going to do a stretch called the seated cross shins, which will stretch your ankle out and as well as your hips a little bit. It hits them at a different angle right there. So you're just going to stack one foot on top of the other and then lean forward as far as you can. You can see I don't have like the greatest mobility in the world, but here's how it looks on the side. So just stack one leg on top of there and then lean forward, and you'll get a nice hip stretch there. Another good stretch to do in between sets. Right now, after that, what we're going to do is we're going to practice just doing the pistol down to a high surface. So right here, I'm using the box. You can tie a band to a rig at different heights. Okay, that's me on the 24 inch side. Now I'm going to progressively drop it down. So I'm going from 24 to 20 inches right there. As soon as my rear end touches that box, I'm popping right back up. So you've got a little bit of pop from the box. Okay, you don't have to worry about your knee giving out on you here. I'm going to a bench now right here, as you can see. So you can use different objects. Right now you'll see me get even lower. What I'm going to do is go ahead and set up a med ball on top of a 45-pound plate right there. And this gets a little bit harder. The ball does move a little bit there. So just practice going down and popping back up and keeping that foot up right there like I'm doing. After these progressions, you should be about ready to start doing pistols for the workout. If you still don't have that full range of motion or you're not close, what you could do is some alternatives. Right now, you just saw me doing the one against the rig. This one I like because you're only using one leg and you have no help from the higher body. What I'm doing is I'm putting my foot behind my ankle right underneath the calf, and that's going to give me a little bit of support. You can see I'm reaching full depth there. Okay, and that helps with some balance issues. Here's how it looks from the front there. So I'm just putting it there. It wouldn't be RX in a competition because you have to have your foot in front of you. If you have a balance issue that's hindering your pistol, you can use a plate out in the front as a counterbalance. That'll keep you from falling forward. Okay, so you can see it. That works for some people. Me, I don't really have balance issues. The plate is actually a hindrance. Some people just have trouble keeping that foot up in the air. So if you go from the top of a plate, that'll help. What I like to do is I like to grab my foot and go down with the pistol there. So that's how I handle that one, and that's the progression that I use. Okay, so there it is from the side. That one does count as RX in competition. So that is it. That is the pistol squat. Thanks for joining me here today.